You're watching the Weiss channel. Today I'm going to show you graphing circles. Okay. The generic equation for graphing a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where hk is the center. It's x minus h and y minus k. R stands for radius. Okay. For example, here we have x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 1. All right. So first of all, what's the center? Well, if the center is this h and this k, then the center, hk, is going to be 3, 4, right? So here's 3 and 4. The center is right there at 3, 4. So if you're doing the Delta Math assignment, okay, it's going to look like this. You're going to have a circle starting at the origin, and you have to go ahead and click and drag the center up to where the center should be. Okay. Now, it says x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 1. Well, what's the square root of 1? Because it's r squared. So I have to take the square root of 1, which is 1. So the square root of 1 is 1. So that means that the radius is 1. Okay. So what you would do is not only click and drag the center up to 3, 4, you would then click and drag this point as far out as you need it in order to make the appropriate radius. In this case, you don't need to do anything because the radius here is already 1. So the radius here is a length of 1. So you're going to leave it as is, and that is your graph. Okay. X plus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 16. So if you have x plus 2 plus 2, because the equation is x minus h, if you have x plus 2, that means your center is going to be negative 2, positive 1. So you're going to go ahead and plot negative 2, positive 1. You're going to click and drag the center up to negative 2, positive 1. R squared is 16. What's the square root of 16? 4. Since the square root of 16 is 4, you're going to click this dot after moving to negative 2, 1. Click and drag it until you have a radius of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And that is what your circle will look like. Over here, x plus 4 squared, y plus 2 squared equals 9. So your center is going to be negative 4, negative 2. It's always the opposite, basically. The opposite of this and that, right? If it's plus 4, plus 2, your center will be negative 4, negative 2. Okay? So I go to negative 4, negative 2, and I drag my center from here to here. Okay? And if it's r squared is 9, that means my radius is 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. So I will drag this point, once I get over here, out until I get to a radius of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's what your circle will look like. Okay? Over here, x minus 2 squared, x plus 5 squared equals 4. So if it's x minus 2, my center will be positive 2, x plus 5, negative 5. So it's positive 2, negative 5. Here's 2, negative 5. Because my r squared is 4, the radius will be 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. So I will drag this point, once I get here, out until I have a radius of 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that is your circle for x minus 2 squared plus x plus 5 squared equals 4. What if I said, what is the equation of this circle? All right. So if you see here, the center is 2, 1. Do you agree that'll be x minus 2 squared, y minus 1 squared? And here, the radius is 1, 2, 3. So 3 squared is 9. X minus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 9. You've been watching the Weiss channel.